moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnisire.
Hello, I am Dr. Chaos. As should be clear by now, welcome to Mechanicus with the Heretic DLC. I have played through the game before on the Switch, as usual, so PC will be new experience for me. Mechanicus 2 has been announced. Now, originally I was going to have this be a actual regular series, but well, Mechanicus has been announced and I am doing a bunch of Total War stuff as my main series with some Hitman in the middle. So don't know when I'd actually get to playing Mechanicus, and I'd rather get Mechanicus. I'd rather show you guys all the game, but let's face it, if you're here, you probably already know what it is. Before Mechanicus 2 releases. So yeah. I'm just gonna do this on normal. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this on normal difficulty. I put an Iron Man. Ooh, actually, if I do, I'll get an achievement. So, I will do it on Iron Man. Yeah, Iron Man, permadeath, so don't lose any tech priests. And Heretic DLC. Let's begin. The 41st millennium, a time of darkness and war. The Imperium of Man claims the whole galaxy in the name of the God Emperor. It fights an endless war against Xenos from without, heretics from within, and supernatural horrors from beyond. Alongside the Imperium's war fleet serve the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are the tech priests of Mars, guardians and reclaimers of humanity's technology. Sorry, just turning down the game a bit. Ever searching for remnants of knowledge from man's glorious past, exploring the depths of the galaxy for worlds long lost to mankind. In the name of the machine god, they manufacture the Imperial war machines with gigantic foundries known as Forge Worlds. Sorry. Gradually, the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus shed their human weakness, replacing their limbs and organs with machinery that is both stronger and spiritually pure. Their leaders, the inscrutable Magi, protect the Forge Worlds and explore the furthest corners of the galaxy with their cohorts of Skitarii troops. It is a time of warfare, tragedy, and portents of doom. Across this benighted galaxy, the Adeptus Mechanicus are one of mankind's last defenses against a new dark age, or perhaps they will be the one to hasten its dawn. An echo in the noosphere, Magos, an old transmission lost in the warp and recovered only now. Is it worthy of our attention? The great divide torments the galaxy. The resources of the Adeptus Mechanicus are stretched thin. We are weaker than ever, though the Imperium at large knows it not. This represents an unknown but possible key to victory. An opportunity to research, perhaps avert the ill fate that has befallen us. The transmission's origin is Silver Tenebrous, part of the Amis Solaris within Ultima Segmentum. Search the roles, editors. Gather them. 4 months later. Accessing Magos Reza class log. Whoever finds this transmission and follows me here, give thanks that you will see what I have seen. But be wary, my fellow seekers of knowledge. Whatever lies beneath this world, I hope I have woken it. I come to this world to investigate its ruins, but I found so much more. Terrors, yes, threats to body and soul, but by the ominous eye, I found such wonders. This is the last transmission of Magos Rezak. He vanished while on an exploratory mission to investigate Xenos structures on Silver Tenebrous. Hypothesis: he found something. Our mission on this world is to ascertain any Xenos presence, and if we find it, eliminate it as a threat to the Imperium. The opening of the Great Divide means we can call on no additional support from the Forge Worlds. We must achieve this with the troops and resources we bring with us. Benefit analysis: peaceful sector, knowledge for mankind, +++ potential, +++ opportunity. An opportunity to destroy the works of the Xenos Scaevola, not appropriate them. The Mysterian manuscripts, verse 619. What the enemy built, let it be made asunder, for to us it will be as a house of sand and knives. Magi, we are approaching the target coordinates. Seeking with Castus Metallicon, requesting warp travel state. Downloading string data loss, interference disrupting servo skulls. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Exiting the Imperium. Location Eastern Fringe. Planet Silver Tenebrous. Coordinates 3.14159 2x1.618034. Mechanicus has great music. There she is. Temperate climate, atmosphere, standard breathable. My Skitarii troops should be able to operate down there without trouble. Are they ready to make landfall? As soon as we're in a stable orbit, Magos. Administratum records indicate a single colony. Saccard's hope on the surface near the Xenos ruins. No contact recorded in 2 centuries. Colony presumed failed. The Skitarii are deployed to the surface near the ruins along with a team of tech priests under my direct command. I shall monitor them from the command throne on board. Servo Skull Rectitus will serve as my eyes on the surface. We make landfall at once. Yes, Magos. I'll set up a forward command post. Rezak's transmission looks like he came from underground. We'll secure any entrances to an underground structure so your tech priests can begin the exploration. Agrolek sector located. This tomb reeks of stale, dusty antiquity. Its once stern architecture is littered with debris and tarnished with the patina of age. Here and there, fissures in the structure cast feeble light over cracked and tarnished metal. The tomb was once brutalist and oppressive, as if designed to crush the spirit of its inhabitants. It is no less intimidating now, but instead of evoking merciless, guiding intelligence, it speaks only of decline and of death. This place seems abandoned at first glance, but as the exploratory troops move through its hushed corridors, the ancient dust stirs and something long dead begins to take on a facsimile of life. Going by fragmentary records, it looks like a buried tomb structure. Then the sword of the Omnissiah is ready to fall. We deploy immediately. Let the secrets of this world equal 0. I cancel caution, Magos Faustinius. Our purpose should be here to destroy the threat of the alien, not to bask in its blasphemy. Aphorisms of the Logic Saint 7.91. In the presence of the Xenos lies the inevitable miasma of corruption. Oh, space noosphere. Destruction is not possible from orbit, the structure is too deeply buried. Escape Volder, I have no intention of plundering whatever trinkets I can find from this place. The explorator unit of tech priests is inside the tomb and ready to proceed, Magos. There's no telling what we will find. My men will hold the perimeter in case of the unexpected. It would be folly to commit our whole manpower to the unknown, especially when the potential of a moral threat exists that the Skitarii are less able to withstand. I have the greatest respect for my Skitarii, but they are still far from the ascension that a tech priest affords. I agree, Subdomina. I shall lead the mission in person from the command phone. Several skull redditors shall be my eyes and ears on the ground. Omnissiah be praised, we're going in. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a curious breed. They explore and interact with machines they do not fully understand. Within this tutorial, you'll have to explore the interface to discover what to do. Like a true tech priest, you must experiment in order to learn. We'll help you out this one time. Left mouse button, also known as LB. Click on the adjacent room to move. So, initiative advantage, that leans towards one group or the other. Blackstone, settings, missions. It's like cognition or something. We have 4 servitors, 2 tech priests, Apprentice Jeremiah and Magos Marinus. And then we have canticles, none to use. In each room there are, so there's the goal room, these are battles, and then these are events. The Xenos hieroglyphs, I know of them. They are my endures, Necrons, mysterious, ill-researched, corruptive. This could be a rare sample of Necron language, Magos. We have barely any knowledge of it. Collecting data from this obelisk can move our understanding of the language ahead for the first time in centuries. This is the work of the alien, Magos. Codex Fulminatus 83.12 show caution and scorn in all things. Sometimes tech priests will feed back important information about what they encounter in a room. This situation will require you or our commander to make the decisions. There will be consequences, so choose wisely. Ahead is an obelisk-like object covered in what can only be described as hieroglyphic symbols. It almost reaches to the tall ceiling of the chamber. We're going to secure the surrounding chambers for potential dangers. We're detecting a massive energy spike from inside the tomb. Thankfully, Omnissiah no one is close enough to be hit by the radiation, but something's happening there, something huge. Not clear the source detected, also known as Blackstone. Request collection immediate. The cohort searches the chamber adjoining the obelisk's location. They find a few pieces of wreckage made from exotic materials and are gathering them when the obelisk suddenly splits open, bathing a chamber in radiation. It appears there's something inside the obelisk. And we got 150 Blackstone from that. Doing the tutorial is great just for the extra Blackstone. And obviously there's chambers with nothing in them. Necrons. Rezac did encounter them after all. No wonder he didn't make it off the planet. Every data we have says they are deadly as they are inhuman. The cohort encounters resistance in the form of Xenos constructs, not flesh and blood creatures but artificial bodies that move with precision and coordination. So, Crusade just go in and fight. Caution: do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. And consistency: follow the protocols. Do it the way you're meant to. Caution: exercise extreme caution. Do not charge in too heedlessly, lest the trickery of the alien be our downfall. The slow advance risks granting the enemy the opportunity to execute an ambush of the Adeptus Mechanicus force. Veritas. Xenos form detected. Confirmed. Veritas cogitators now function for synthetic forms. Overwhelming excitement. Finally, we can study this standing contrast struct. Ekron warrior. Weak expert hots detected. Plus none equals concerning. I wonder what the symbols emblazoned on the torsos. It must. It double clicked, so I think that was Videx going. Don't do that. Don't try to read it. Faustinius. This is true. I've heard our brothers and sisters of the Mechanicus have lost their lives trying to solve the mysteries of these Xenos weapons. Approach with caution. It is also double-checking cogitators, widely known that they will self-repair, reanimate, or reconstruct themselves if left time to do so, means that it would instantly kill a Scataria, the equivalent to a Class C grace to Necrons. Kill all enemies. At the start of every fight, you must decide the location of your units in the field. You can only place units in the highlighted squares. Click on a square to place the unit. So, Jeremiah has a macro stubber and a silver skull, while Menarius has a Omnisarian axe and Phosphorus and Penta, which requires cognition to use. Does a bit more damage though. And then Silver Skull reveals an enemy statistics. To move a unit, left mouse button click to decline. You move Tech Priest to a source of cognition points. You collect cognition points by doing stuff. You have CEP gauge, it's shared, they do various things. Servo Skull, Skull of Faithful Servant of the Omnissiah. Every Tech Priest has a Servo Skull. They can collect cognition and scan an enemy for stats. Okay, so that has 4 health. You reveal the statistics of an enemy. Knowing enemy stats will greatly increase your chances of success. Silver Skulls reveal HP, physical armor, and NG armor. Basically physical and NG weapons. Oh, some more health, but some energy armor. And then weapons. Oh, not in range of anything. And we can call another member to the cohort, in this case only servitors. Bring in 2. Anytime they take damage, you get another cognition point. Servitors are useful. Tech priests or troops are the two different types of units. Troops are your servants and cannon fodder. They don't have access to the weapons and skills of tech priests. However, they can still be useful. You can't shoot a ranged weapon while in combat. And when you move out of combat, opportunity attacks give the killing necrons is simple. They self-repair themselves after a certain amount of time. They will be able to fight but come back together soon enough for their own. I'm gonna move up with the phosphorus splinter. And that's them all down. There's no threat remaining. Mission 1. Tech priest taking a bit of damage is unfortunate. Cohort's HP carries over between fights within a tomb. Let's go over. Hypothesis formulations: sarcophagi, coffins, burial places, structural purpose, destination, tomb. In the chamber ahead are several groups of structures which look like upright coffins. Intrigue: ensure you observe your surroundings carefully. Basically, take photos so we can find information if they're waking up. And we got a bunch of laptops on it. The cohort examines the sarcophagi and note that each indeed contains a Necron war form in its heavily armored exterior. They are drawing power from somewhere. After exploring the chamber for several minutes, a tile underfoot clicks. The sound of whirring energy builds up around your troops. A quick ominous scan reveals us surrounded on all sides by Xenos life forms. Run them up. Critical, so if you do critical wound, it automatically gets through them. They are unable to activate reanimation protocols and immediately. When you have some range resistance or some energy resistance. So I think this is what would actually be seen by the tech priest the entire time. Ooh, scarabs. Ugh. What are those? Opportunity, use knowledge, gather, ascertain, acquired. Scavs detected, source data surfacing. No life source detected, area safe, continue forward. Editors verify cogitators and tell me what surface from Mechanicus Resex cogitators. Scouts have been unknown to the Ignos race. Biology, synthetic, possibly artificial intelligence. One specimen gathered AI theory equal to false. Personal recording. Weeks of study show there are many variants of Scout, each with their own roles within the Xenos economy and architecture. Able to build and deconstruct anything they encounter, they're able to repair other units within their species with lightning speed. Be warned, they are deadly in large swarms. My mouse double clicking is annoying. So it basically saying like must encounter with a Xenos life form. Like, why did he wake up type thing? It must be due to us recording these Xenos life forms that the machine spirit has blessed us with access to these cogitator recordings. It's unsure why he would lock this under synthetic proximity encryption. You do 1 to 2 damage. The Necron will run away, but that won't really matter. And that took out the scouts. I've not revealed the statistics for this target. As a result, the amount of damage is unknown. And acid does continual damage over time. We're going to delay your turn. You can delay a unit's turns. It moves their turn to the end of the queue. You cannot delay multiple times. Oh yeah, once more. Forgot about that. That's a Silverton. Silverton 00000001 has died. Do not worry, troops and cannon quarters allowed to protect tech trees from enemy attacks. Without tech trees, the mission will fail. All Xenos life forms purged. This symbol represents a location of significant importance to the mission. Entering these rooms brings you closer to the end of the mission. Negative signs of hostile forces seeking permission to proceed with data collection protocols. Confirmed. Permission authorized. Acknowledge, Mechanicus. Protocol begins. What is primarily focused, sire? Knowledge of Necron forces, numbers, defenses, locations, any form of data on how many remain on this rock. Secondary. Source, the purpose of this tomb, why was it built? Interface devices or what eroded. There's one device that may hold answers, but Necron data looms are incomprehensible to the Imperial architect. This might take a while. Idea. Mechanicus, if I may take a host of this priest, I could be of assistance. Approved. new sphere interfacing complete. Hard to decipher purpose. List of suggestions. Magos deconstruct device. Activate switch mechanisms. Load Necron's language and return later. What will it be, sire? Always your meticulous revision. This acquisitor. Engage on Xenos mechanisms. Avoided. Has to do so. The promises of the rewards are too great to ignore. Having to lower so the Xenos learnings may be the only way to reach the architect we seek. Protocol updated. Confusion. New spheric interference. Disconnected once. Purged. Reset. New spheric. Disconnect. Complete. Possible scrap code. Will fragment now. Fragmenting. Sorry, we have unfavorable issue to deal with. Requesting Dominus input. Fragmenting. Explain. Aztec Inquisitor Scavolus left suddenly. My cogitators glitched. Augmentations encounter sporadic reaction protocols and have fried, but two sign regitories. Unclear full damage report. Background device is now activated, sire. Fragmenting. Remove yourself from the nearest sphere, Scavola. Registers, report. The tomb is waking, sire. Reports from Skitarii cohort across the planet note that tremors vex their locals. We've lost contact with the Skitarii that were covering the entrance of this tomb. We can hear noses of approaching forces. Improved protection protocols, loaded weapons ready for us to come. We must face the Xenos.
I wake with the turning of aeons. Stars yet burn, life yet blossoms. Is it truly time?
So the Necrons get full voice acting. Turns of Mars. What is that? An linguistic transmission, Magos. It seems that these mute constructs are not the only inhabitants of the structure.
What is this? Flesh and steel combined. A mockery of both. Their every footstep a blasphemy. What manner of galaxy is this into which I have awoken?
Principal Xenos Warform side exotic energy signatures past sensor range. Designate Xenos Abominatus. High value target confirmed. The hunt is on. What are your orders, Magos? The code reaches a large chamber beneath the first layer of the Xenos ruins. Bridge stretch from balancing platforms, barely holding themselves together while rubble falls into high walkways like breadcrumbs, escaping into the abyss below. Destroy the Xenos, get back, contain the Xenos. I mean, we can't capture Necron, it'll just teleport away. Annihilate. Are you certain, Magos? It is in keeping with the doctrines of the cult Mechanicus, but I do not believe we have the firepower to defeat this foe.
Insects. This galaxy is infested with vermin.
Green light flickers into life from within the shadows. The cohort prepares for the worst as skeletal silhouettes start to form in front of them. Final battle of the tutorial. Apply whatever you learned to strive and try to achieve victory. You may lose this battle. You won't lose the war. Ooh, that's a little bit of a problem. Okay, we can't. Oh, I believe if I remember the Void Admiral's abilities correctly.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Yes, that he swaps his armor.
Dare these wretched things stand before the void admiral?
So I think I cut off the audio. Uh-oh. Yeah, I've definitely screwed up. You can move with cognition, basically. Spend a cognition point to move further. Now we're gonna have to kite this dude tremendous amount.
When my fleet sails once more, vermin like you shall be strung from my prow.
And all weapons have machine spirits. The more you use them, the stronger it gets. You get some sort of buff when you use it a couple of times. It changes each and every time.
Us, we who killed our gods.
Oh, didn't have enough range. Didn't move far enough. Yeah, there's no way I can win this now. Oh no, there's still a way. It's just gonna be a hell of a lot tougher.
Can you hear the trembling of the stars? Can you feel the whole galaxy's terror?
Oh, you have one. To erase you from existence, so your suffering might end. Oh. Necron has teleported away. We won't be able to, you know, get to it at all. But that is the closest that we will ever get to killing. Critical hit. Great. Great. Now the game of kiting to eternity has begun. The Jeremiah principle. Stay out of his range. For the love of the Omnissiah, do not get close to him. Critical damage. Thing is, taking this dude out here, like, it doesn't permanently take him out. You have to do it in the other battle. Oh, I made a slight mistake. Could have gotten a... No, wait, did I? Yes, I did get a shot up there. Now please go straight down and not like cut across here. Yes. Get the shot off. And run. Ooh. Do I think he has the range? I'm gonna pray to the Omnissiah he doesn't. But yeah, each tomb has a lord, each lord has their own special ability. Please I didn't miscalculate. Oh, that is cutting it close. That is cutting it extremely close. I'll be fine here. I'll be fine. Nope. Oh. Could have beat him. Definitely could have beat him. Report, Capra. You saw it, Magos. The tomb contains an Necron war form of a capacity beyond our expectations. We lost the whole squad. True, however, one battle lost is not a war lost. We'll face many losses on this mission, but no matter the cost, we will succeed. And there's something else. The reanimation. The Necrons are waking up. It started when Rizak stumbled on the tomb, but our arrival was accelerating the process. That obelisk may have been a form of intruder alarm, and now the sarcophagi in the tomb is starting to open up. Then we no longer enjoy the luxury of time. What if we do in Silver Tenebris? It must be done before the Necrons awaken completely. We don't even know yet how far the tomb complex extends. We are under the gun then. Omnissiah preserve us if our duty is ever easy. I returned sorrow and despair for my emotional cause, but I see they lack the logic to determine decision making. Instead I choose to quarantine them and yeah, basically, keep dodging. To quarantine them and adjust our approach to the word of the Omnissiah teaches us. Where one method fails, another must be sought until all are exhausted. So welcome. Then what are your orders, Magos? This Kadara will explore the tomb chamber by chamber and maintain a foothold. Mechanicus will be deployed to achieve crucial objectives and respond to crisis. Time may be a factor, but our mission can only be achieved with the thoroughness of a full deployment. I shall mobilize the Skatari immediately, Magos. Opportunity detected. Leader forms of Necrons rarely / never observed. Potential of +++ intelligence on Necrons added to some total of human knowledge. Imperative. Focus on acquiring artifacts / intelligence / data form from. Hold your blasphemous tongue, Scarola. You cancel the abandonment of our very souls. Life of Archmagos Borasus, Appendix 9. Our only objective should be death to the alien and his works, all else is deviance from the Omnissiah's creed. If intelligence gain equals true, then go to victory. Aphorism retrieval to face an unknown An enemy unknown is to fight in the dark. Better in ignorance than in heresy. I return frustration to your conflict and choose to experience it. There'll be bloodshed enough on Silver Tenebris about the Magi coming to blows. In our purpose we are united, that is the will of the Omnissiah. And it shall be done. Yes, it shall be done. Yeah, I cut it way too close. I could have just continued dodging out the way and just getting out, and I would have been able to take him out. Magos, the readings from the tomb are troubling. The Skitarii have been monitoring the structure we uncovered, and what they have found gives me grave concern. Explained xenobiologists. The Necron construct forms are waking up. It seems Magos Rezek accidentally began the process, and our intrusion into the structure hastened it. These Necron reanimation protocols are continuing the tomb we entered, and from the energy spikes across the region, there are other structures yet to be uncovered. My plan is for the exploration of Silver Tenebris to locate these structures and contain the constructs within. That may not be enough, Magos. I've detected a repeating pattern in the reanimation protocols, and the rate the Necrons are awakening, they are speeding up. Can you be certain? The Necrons are machines. Machines that actually according to patterns and programs. The reanimation protocols. No, this is not my first playthrough. I played through the game on the Nintendo Switch. This is my first playthrough on the PC, though. So, there is that. Machines act according to patterns and programs. If the reanimation protocols continue to accelerate, they will awaken every Necron on this planet in 264 hours, given the extent of the various structures that will constitute a Necron army beyond this mission's ability to contain. I see. Then our army is limited. Strategic calculations indicate times and deployed on missions will affect the overall number of missions you'll be able to deploy. Our send scatter parties to discover other tombs and create forward positions for your high priority assessment, sire. If the threat on Silver Tenebris is not assessed and eliminated before the full reanimation is reached, we will be forced to abandon the planet. Top left corner, Necron Awakening meter. Basically, get as much as we can, but at 100%, we're gonna have to fight the boss, like the overlord of the planet. I fear they are right. I feel fear too. This part of my humanity I've chosen to retain, but I can continue it in my neovogs and choose instead to focus on what must be done. We must choose our missions wisely. It will not be easy. The Omnissiah did not send us here to do anything easy. The threat to humanity present on this world will be eliminated, or we shall not leave. Thus the equation is balanced. It is the will of the machine god. Acropis sector located. This tomb is bathed in a sickly green light that serves not to illuminate it, but only to make the shadows deeper. Every surface seems connected by filaments of alien light. The design here speaks of Xenos tech heresy, forbidden knowledge, and structures alive and aware as everything inhabiting it. Early exploratory readings indicate the walls are made of substances not known to the rituals of metallurgy. Abstract designs carved into the substance suggest the unknown regions of space mapped according to some alien understanding. The weight of such blasphemy lowers the steps of the first troops to enter here. The heresies of knowledge are deadly enough, but it is unlikely they are the only dangers here. Yeah, I've played through the game before. I did actually do this. I actually did have managed to slay the that dude in the past in the tutorial mission. So this is an Arc Mechanicum, one of the largest types of ship in the Imperium. Only the Mechanicus gets this ship. We can customize. Basically, this is where we rest between missions and upgrade our tech priests. This is the cohort. So tech priests and troops currently have unlocked. We can have up to 6 tech priests, and this represents each of the various units. Most of them are Skitarii. There's a couple of the robot things. Then there's a Castellan and a Cataphron Breacher. So, tech priest customization. You can customize them in many ways. Ultimately, augment capacity, you have to choose what you take. And then obviously tech. This is representation of everything we have. And canticles. Canticles of prayers, we get them from doing various things. Like kill bosses, kill necrons, use canticles, don't use canticles, and so on, so on, so on. This game doesn't exactly work on the dice rolling that some other games would, like some other Warhammer games would. These are backpack items. So, unlike, for example, the Space Hulk games, which it's very clearly just, with a lot of them, it's just tabletop version of Space Hulk, but directly on into the digital thing. Same with the Blood Bowl games. This, it's just, if you're in range, you can shoot. You don't really miss. These are troops and their levels. These are ship upgrades, so other stuff. Currently we only have servitors. So there's a number of disciplines. Each of them have a different thing. This is like Explorators, moving fast. Sequitur is a basically buffs troop units. Tech Auxilium is basically buffing tech priest. Lex Mechanic is healing, and it's basically healing and scanning the enemy. Well, it's about gaining cognition. Okay, Lex Mechanic is gaining cognition in general. Engine Seer is the healing one. Dominus is about range stuff. So Exploratory is also about melee. It's melee and moving. Dominus about ranged generally, and improving your range ability. While the Xenorite is this is doing lots of damage, but at the chance of harming yourself. Yeah. So, how to build these guys out? That's the question. I mean, just going for Xenorite, 1 point in Xenorite for both is probably a decent shout, just for the minor healing. But then again, Cognition Freedom, also possibly a good idea. That could be if we wanted to use the Arc Scourge. Using the Arc... But both can go for first point in Xenorite, and then eventually we also get the actual outfit for each discipline. But we're going to go for Xenorite for the healing, and then Xenorite from the healing and basic gun and melee weapon. Oh wow, it's already visual bug, yay. Ooh, overzealous is cool. I mean, I have used this to pull in a bunch of Cataphoron robots on top of a boss before. Pulling back to main menu and then going back in just to get rid of that annoying visual bug. So we do also so as well as all the missions we can get from these guys, we do get another one from another mission line from Tenebrous, whatever his name is, which is how we get the final canticle. We can also do a bit of character customization. Ooh. So I think this is going to be our color scheme, blue and black. Hopefully it won't be beaten black and blue. Honestly, I prefer Scaevola over Videx immensely. Oh, that is kind of a good thing. That has though. So this, like, I am tempted to do this just to get the Curatio Claw. Ooh, that would. Go to this. So, bring in this, and then fill the rest up with filters. Another thing you can use Blackstone for, obviously, bringing troops along. You get the Blackstone back minus whatever damage you take. But yeah. Yeah, healing is nice. However, I honestly prefer Scaevola, so we're gonna do Scaevola stuff for a while to try to unlock some more missions to do. Because I don't really do. It's mainly focused on Scaevola, and then I haven't really done too much into any of the others at any point. Well, I've done all the boss fights prior to the final one. Yeah. Tech Acquisitor Scaevola, I've asked you on this mission because of your experience of surveying alien artifacts and organisms. Also, the fact that I gave both my Tech Priest the passive heal at the beginning of each turn should help out a little if I do take any damage. And so the heretics of Stygies 8 can plunder the world for its secrets. Your assertion equals false if objectives concern/offense go to different mission. I love the rivalry Scaevola and Videx have. And leave you free to do as you will. A dereliction of logic, Scaevola. Background 16.4. Watch your brother, for his sins of heresy is thy sin of tolerance. Skill. Soviet Tenebrous evaluation conventions, plus wonders, plus opportunities, plus secrets. Where chance for discovery/intelligence on Xenos must not fail to exploit. The logic of your enthusiasm eludes me, Tech Acquisitor. My emotional cause return only peril to our mission personnel and the threat of awakening Xenos. Therefore, I am on this mission. My role equals gather intelligence, seek truth, return to human comprehensions, dictates of Mars retrieval, gather knowledge for the good of all. And how are you going to go about that, Scaevola? Field operations in personal equals suboptimal. Saying Tech Priest instead equals optimal. First objective, gather field specimens for study. Location, Tomb of Acropolis. Commence immediately. Scavel is great. Given the report on the Tomb of the Corrupted, there should be plenty of samples in there for you to collect Magos, of course, but first you have to kill them. My talents equals dissection after the fact. I'll leave the location, identification, execution to your tech priest, Magos. I trust this will be worth the effort, Scabola. These are no mere labor services we are risking in these tombs. These are men and women. Fellow devotees to the cult Mechanicus. Yes, of course Scabola probably supports Cole. I mean, Cole's great. I mean, without him, like, let's face it, the Imperium would be a little more beaten up at this point. And based upon the Cole book, the Emperor probably is aware that Cole is eventually going to get up and about and do stuff, and is probably okay with it. Because he's like, yeah, Cole, yeah, you're cool. Look, it's been a while since I've read the scene, so yeah. Agreed, mate. Valid point raised. Ensure human corpses are returned as well, plus opportunity to study the effect of Necron technology on human flesh. Final thing, glyphs. Each glyph does different things. The glyph stays the same the entire time. Can't remember what the glyphs do. I had it written down somewhere, and you can easily look it up. Let's do this. Okay, this is healing. Opportunity detected. Necron combat tactics. Weaponry capabilities illuminated. Study required. The chamber hat shows signs of having been the scene of a brutal gunfight. Two Skadai lay dead. Now that would be interesting. Are you aware of the the Middle-earth Shadow of games? They use this thing called the Nemesis system, which I'm pretty sure they patented and then never used again. But a Horus Heresy game in the imagine a Horus Heresy game, but utilizing. So, a Horus Heresy game in the version of the Shadow of games. I think would be really good. Put it on either Isfan 3 or 5, and then you could even have two different campaigns really. One where you align with the Loyalists, one where you align with the traitors. Because there are obviously various different types of units, like dreadnoughts, bikers, infantry, stuff like that. There's lots and lots and lots of them, which helps out with the Shadow of stuff. And yeah, I really would love if someone would make that. So yeah, we are. I mean, yeah. So done from the Alpha Legion. Still doing the Horus Heresy. I mean, Alpha Legion would be perfect for the main character, because Alpha Legion fights on both sides anyway. So both campaigns could be equally canon, depending on what exactly happens. As long as you aren't completely, they don't do it in a way that as long as they don't try to go and do it in something that would go against the heresy, for example saving First Vanis or whatever. If we had Alpha Legion, we could easily have a game, which would be canon either way you go. So yeah, we're gonna salvage. Ooh. So, awakening does various things. We got only cognition points. Awakening +1. Luckily, presence doesn't really matter. We can't extract it, it's just gonna teleport away, so take sensory readings. Error does not conform to known reality. Fascinating. Okay, we have some more cognition, which will be useful to start the mission with. What does this one do? And that one delivers damage. That is a pain. We're gonna jump into this room here, and then jump into the extra Necrons in battle. It's fine. Fake is greasy. Arcs of static electricity. Study the awakening and a little bit of damage. So 2 Necron warriors. Okay. Bump in a bunch of servitors. We're going to delay your turn. Okay, can't get in range of guns, so just shunt over here. Ooh, 8 health, no shield. End turn. You have 6 health, no shield. So take some cognition, open fire. And pull back a little. Because we are having our servitors go forward to take damage. 1 turn fast reanimation. I don't think we need to bring in anyone else. Oh yeah, I'm starting a Alpha Legion Horus Heresy army. Cool, a bunch of Bloodstone. Oh yeah, and if we can destroy this, I believe it lowers our kind of want it now. Yes, it glows the awakening. Damage. Could be better. Could also be worse, I suppose. Oh, and scarabs. Ooh. Will we be able... Oh, and another warrior. Yeah, we're not getting this done quick enough to go in without Yeah, we're gonna delay this dude. Yeah. I mean, Alpha Legion can take some stuff from basically wherever they want to. I should probably go back to deal with this dude. So that's what we'll do. You can't fire ranged weapons in melee. It's why the enemy tries to get away. Yeah, that dude is gonna fall. How much of a heal did you get? Okay, 4 health. Sadly, uses the machine spirit attack on that. And I'm going to use a cognition point just to get in range. If I didn't go to the extra room, I probably would have been able to get the step back. Thank you. Yep, by the will of the machine god, be whole again. And this should take out this, yeah. I really should have, circumstances evaluation confirmed disappointing. Necrons employ teleportation technology to achieve post-destruction discorporation. Integrative with the remains go. Fascination intensifies. Upon destruction, the Necron constructs vanish, leaving no samples behind. Let's analyze, see if we can get anything. Sure, that goes up, but really doesn't matter. And we get a macro star for it. Hey, physical damage, ranged weapon. The cohort returns from the tomb, frustrated by the lack of physical samples of Necron constructs. However, the data they have gathered on the phasing out of Necrons remains is illuminating itself. Yes, healing per turn is great. Valuable data present. 2 past. Totality of human knowledge increased. Mission conclusion positive. I cannot say I support a conclusion, Scavola. Beneficial conclusion itemization follows. Necron to corporation witness. Enemy constructs destroyed greater than 0. Necron combat performance evaluated. Chances of functioning Necron available for dissection increased. My emotional calls are returning sensations of frustration and resentment, and I choose to acknowledge them. The lives of my tech piece are not there to be risked for the fulfillment of your desires, Tech Acquisitor. They are to be used for the acquisition of intelligence/learning/sacred knowledge. Your understanding equals approvable. So, coming out of a little bit of damage, a little annoying for the thing. For the Blackstone lesson, but we made that up with what we killed. So now we have Mechadendrite and an Omnispex. Basically, chance of missing. Okay. Well, I should be able to upgrade them both. Now I'm gonna have to decide what to put them as. I mean, at this stage I want to put one as an explorator for melee stuff, one for Dominus for arranged extreme range buffs. Yeah, you can be range. Jeremiah shall be range, while Marnius shall be melee. So, speaking of this, could go for better melee. Do we have something that lowers melee? No. Yes, it shall be. Gonna take another phosphor block. Oh, going to go for another. Yes, go for another phosphor blast. Tempted to go for an arc scout, but that is quite a bit of cognition points to use, which could also mean a little bit of text auxilium just to get that. May happen later. Now for you, can only have one melee weapon, but go for Infestus Mechadendrite for another melee attack. Now next mission, cognition gauge increase. Improving troops. Oh, destroyer, warrior, and flayed ones, and some Blackstone, or go for Croatio Claw, Arc Rifle, and Blackstone. I mean, Arc Rifle on a Tech Priest buffer, not too bad, but every 3 turns can use the Arc Rifle for no cost. The other damage is a bit iffy. Let's go for work to the enemy. Help out Scavoldo again. Skidar, the Tomb of Acropis, having... Yes. More cognition to just hold on to will always be great. Skidar, the Tomb of Acropis, has encountered a destroyer form of Necron that uses anti-grav technology. Tech Acquisitor Scavoldo has requested a cohort engage Necron destroyers so this technology can be studied. Both of you guys, all of you. I'm not going to be using the canticles anyway, because I want to get that dealt with. Reports received from Subdominant Kepler synopsis follows. Heavy resistance, minimal gains, mountain casualties. Confirm, yes, no. Correct. There have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron war form. Reaction equals delight. Trade Tech Acquisitor explain. Enemy Warform, Provision Detonation Destroyer, Anti-Grav Technology confirmed. Explorer request file accessed. Anti-Gravital Technology is an area Stygies 8 Magos requested as high priority. Study of Provisional Detonation Destroyer. Desirable plus desirable plus necessary plus sacred duty. Now, I always thought that core was Mars, like from Mars. Wonder how closely he worked with the Stygies 8 Magos. I mean, he did. A lot of his vehicles were anti-grav, remember? And we'll be famed throughout Stygies 8 for exploring this technology. Statement agreement. Request formulation follows. Commence deployment immediately. A concentration Recon destroyers is playing merry hell with Escadar units in the tomb of Ekrockis. They are highly mobile and heavily armed weapon platforms, taking them on as dangerous in the extreme. Reason to observe them. Our troops possessing such technology extrapolated to conclusion greatly increased battlefield effectiveness. I was raised to see that as dangerous thinking, Magos. Put such pride here aside now. For now, Subdomina is a cohort ready to advance. They are. I've plotted the likely location of destroyer units. They're somewhere within this complex. The fortune of Mars be with you. Okay, we need to get down here. So, either way, we have to go through a glyph. Well, two. Yeah, Cole probably knows everyone. Let's have a look at the glyph. This was damage. I remember this being damaging me. So this. And it's Blackstone. It's still in. Actually, I should have went up. This area of the Tomb of Acropolis is covered in hieroglyphs interspersed with depictions of Necron constructs, most often engaged in war. Some of the images resemble the Necron destroyers with their distinctive anti-grav hulls. Thinking of going for warfare for this one. Yeah, warfare. And we get some cognition. The destroyers are evidently highly mobile strike units employed in open battle to eliminate units previously pinned down by the more numerous Necron warriors. While this is a logical use for the destroyers, it also confirms they're a major part of the Necron's battle strategies, and that understanding them further will be of great benefit when battling the Xenos. I mean, that would be... So adding Alpha Primus as an AdMech model would be interesting. Thing is, I feel it like that would be a... You would only be able to take him if you took Cole type thing. Like that. But obviously I said space. Mission relevant opportunity, combat data on provisional designation destroyers, plus acquire, minus ignore. So, few corpses, more like glass fire, pray for the fallen, search for useful supplies. Yes, like Creed and Quell, that is a valid point. peruse for information. Calculation commences. Levels Gadai troops. Additional Necron combat data. Calculation complete. Exchange justified. And we have some more cognition. A heal, not exactly needed. Let's go into the battle. Extra Necrons in battle. That we get that off. Intrigue, most interesting, not all forms of humanoid logging data, Centurion form, plus gravity defying. Using us show that they are more alien than we originally thought. Text of the oral code version 12 states, one converge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity or be lost to the men of iron and their ways. I do not mean to diverge from the discussion, but what are these iron men? They were AI who rebelled against humanity, which is why the Emperor has banned AI. Unclear, this text was logged many millennia ago. There's no other reference to them in my cogitators. Keep focused, brothers. We have a new enemy afoot, and we must ensure that they do not surprise us with new trickeries. Be alert and focused. And some more warriors are coming out. I mean, we have 5 battle rounds to get through this entire thing and take that dude out. So this doesn't have any. Ooh, scanning that will be useful. We want the Blackstone. Blackstone is always going to be useful. So I'm going to have you run back this way. And I forgot to use your guys' servo skulls last round. Of course you're a dude who has physical armor. $18 health on the destroyer, no armor. That's a lot of damage. Go down here, fire on it. 2 to 4. If I can get 4 done, then... Okay, I need to get 4 on the next one, then... 4. And then I could... Never mind. One shot in here so I can guarantee it falling next when it tries to fall back. And fall back a little. Yes. Ooh, critical. Oh, you're gonna take damage. Oh, you have 2 attacks a battle round. That I really should have been paying attention to that. Ooh, this is... Get Flatstone. Make falling back really difficult for it. Remove some of its non-existent armor. Then I pull on in here. And can then strike now. And it tries to get away. And they both get opportunity attacks. Could have done with some more healing, but that's fine. Oh, it's turn to kill all enemies. Great. I'm going with the what enemies battle strategy. Okay, critical also seems to reveal damage. I may have the ability to lower... Okay, cool. Oh. I mean, I could wait here for a turn and get another thing of healing off both of you. Which isn't a bad idea. Oh, I forgot about that. Really should have shot it. That is not good. Really should have shot at the dude. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were definitely made. Didn't mean to reveal stats, meant to shoot at you and use that to get cognition. How much? Okay, yeah. Stand here, you'll try to move, and... Cohort withdraws from the tomb, having experienced the prowess of the Necron's destroyers firsthand. If nothing else, the Adeptus Mechanicus have learned of the stark danger these Necron warforms pose. Anti-grav comprehension index plus 3.9%. Protection projected beneficiary equals Stygia, error Adeptus Mechanicus. I'm focused on matters much closer in space and time, Scavola. Retrieving Tech Acquisitor's statement of purpose to perceive the grander picture, to strive to acquire and understand for the benefit of all mankind. Be that as it may, I'm more interested in how your studies will help our mission in Silver Tenebrous. Platitude mode. Trust in the scientific method of Magos. End platitude mode. Yeah, that was definitely my fault. I definitely screwed up there. But we did get an extra cognition point. We have gotten some. First Explorer, you get a lot of... So for that, so we can get you some more movement range. I know it's a little bit of HP, yes, but that's not the important part here. jumping back into Scavola. Ooh, so Death Marks, Knockpick, Anthracites, Necron Warriors, and we get Refractor Fields and Xenorite Mechadendrite, which is condition point to use, but more damage and does acid. Explore the remnants of an excavation into the tomb of Acropis made by the original Imperial settlers on Silver Tenebris, and recover any architect they left behind from Tech Acquisitus Scavola. If evidence from Tomb of Acropis is equals true original settlers of Silver Tenebris, our achievements as follows: excavate tomb, explore tomb, die. Those doomed souls' chances were never greater than 0. They were ignorant they had made their homes atop a nest of Necrons. Antiquity of settlement equals fortunate. Calculating benefit. Settlers possessed architect, lost to Mechanicus cannon. Retrieval required. Search excavation, bones, location of death. And this architect, should it exist, will aid our mission on this planet, as well as enhance your personal collection. Statement agreement. The original excavation entrance has long since collapsed. To get at it, we will have to go in through the front door. Combat data acquisition opportunity detected. And I'm detecting an excellent chance for good men to die, lining your cabinet of curiosities, Scavola. Ever damn not found. Enough. Cabra. Secure our team a route through the tomb of Acropis. Scavola, pray this expedition has the results you crave. We're gonna go this way. The remains of a small handmade altar stand in front of Necron sarcophagus in this chamber. The altar must have been made by one of the lost settlers, but the implications of this location are troubling. Search for the dude's corpse. So, died through with an excavator's trowel embedded in the neck, so probably attacked by another settler. Glyph. This is damage, this is steel. I could have just not used it yet. I'm an idiot. Presence has been detected. The remnants of a long, terrified imprisonment in the tomb can be seen in this chamber. Tally marks scratched on the walls indicate a long passage of time, and see traces of makeshift fireplace and shelter. One of the colonists' expedition was trapped here for a long time, contemplating his own demise. Examine the fire pit. Buried in the ashes are the pages of a crumbling journal. The fragments that can be read describe an attack by a Necron warrior, along with the process of opening its tomb and observations of it. Like, we need to scan or destroy that, and it's going to be like kill everyone. Oh, I meant. To the 4. So theoretically I could get... No, nothing. It's not going to survive another turn though. I recognise this map. We fought it in this one 2 turns ago. It's gonna raise this up and... yeah. Ooh, I will guess wrong. Excellent. There's another scan or destroy object. Oh, and the phosphor blast pistol reveals enemy range, like enemy statistics as well. Gonna delay this dude's... oh. delay your turn. Delay your turn, but then you'd get a second. We're gonna get rid of that. Because I wanna go through this. What? I just had to scan that. Ooh. High value target profile updated. Subject Lord Acropus marked for elimination. Opportunity addendum. Additional warform data acquisition potential. Mural depicting Lord Acropus dominates the wall of this chamber. He's depicted as the head of a grand possession of Necrons or carrying implements of an astronomer aloft. Inspection, destroy, or... We're going to destroy it. Vandalism equals true, barbarism equals true, ignorance equals true, scientific medical follows equals false. Ah, kind of hopes there'd be something behind that. Sorry, Scavola. Ooh, this would be bigger here. There would be another heal. And Necrons are regenerating faster. We need to scan or destroy that. Ooh, this is a big room. Lifeform detected. Death mark. Possible diagnosis. Possible tech. Form list. Plus teleportation. Plus warp travel. Plus unknown. There's no form of warp travel. The telepath aboard has reported no disturbance near the planet the whole time we've been here. Plus ultimate dimensional shift. Plus teleportation. Plus unknown. Teleportation tech too volatile. No power signs, no lightning, no cinch marks. Too deep for teleportation. Plus alternate dimensional shift. Plus unknown. We know that there's only the immaterial in real space. Scriptures are written about only these two for millennia. Note in conclusion. Plus unknown. Log. Disappointment. Desire for answers must be fulfilled. Cataform battle servitor armor not thick enough. Catastellans proving equally effective must find weakness before web connection lost. It appears that Linus lifeform triggered a fragmented recording from Rezek. Indeed, it appears to have a tough time using heavily armored forces against this specimen. Maybe we can use their strength against them. Wise words, Dominus. We have a number of scan and destroy stuff we need to deal with. Which one, the death mark or the cannot pick actual side? Ooh, that is not good. It has... Critical damage. Nice. Now it's not going to do any damage, but push you back so I can then... Never mind then. Ooh, and you can take cognition. Oh, that Necronoise Dark Search turn will be skipped. Yeah, that's great. Just take the damage and run through it. Yes. I get healing, then I can move the other guy in. At least they did it. Lower your armor. Ooh. That's not good. And that's not good either. Let's lower Necron Awakening Fog when we can. Ooh, yeah, the acid is not going to do well. I'm gonna need to take that damage from you. Oh, maybe permadeath wasn't the best idea. Yeah. If I could have pulled it off. This would be a lot of Blackstone for us. However, pulling this off does not look likely. Yes, it does. It also gets me an achievement. I mean, if I can survive this, I'm gonna earn a lot of, Blackstone. But that's the issue. If I survive this. Which is not looking likely. Ooh. Mission failed. All of technology acquired is false. Troubling. Not as troubling as the losses we incurred. Loss of archaeotech is worth more than loss of human lives. All my tech priests are dead. Game over.
But I was not prepared for the magnitude of the Xenos threat we found. We sent our best into these Necron tombs.
Did we though?
Not enough. The order to withdraw the troops was given, but there was no reply from the surface.
Did we send our best? They weren't very good. Well, yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, just delete save. I mean, I will attempt this again at some point. When my schedule lines up with when I can't go to sleep, basically. I haven't actually seen the lose thing for that though, so that is something that is new for me. So it has been a few years since I played Mechanicus, I will admit. And again, I haven't played it on the PC, which I'm going to use an excuse right now. Could have went a lot better. Could have went a lot worse. I made it 3 missions in at least. Yeah. Okay. You still here, Benjamin? I am going to still continue this. What I'm gonna say, even if you have already left, but this is more of a actual question I have. So initial plan for initial 1,000 points plan, for Horus Heresy, led by a Praetor. Upgrade him with a power sword and a combi grenade launcher. A 10-man unit of intercessors, or sorry, not intercessors, of tactical marines with a artificer armor on the sergeant, plus a nuncio vox and an augury scanner in the unit. A Legion Centurion, I believe they're called, upgraded with to become a Legion Vigilator, which is the sniper variant, leading a 5-man unit of a 5-man Legion recon squad, all with Nemesis bolters plus a plus augury scanner and nuncio vox in that unit as well. And then I was thinking 3 predators with each of their 3 predators in a single squadron, with a Gravis las cannon for the turret, 2 las cannon sponsons, and then a heavy flamer, pintle mounted heavy flamer. It comes in at 1,000 points exactly. At least just going by what it in the rulebook. I don't believe there's any. Well, if there has been a points change, I should probably have a look at that. How well do you think that would go as a list? You don't think that's overdoing it at all? Yeah, it's great having Nemesis bolters are the sniper variant of the bolt rifle. But they're basically just sniper rifles. 72-inch range, precision. I mean, yeah, it is Warhammer. You kind of have to overdo it. No, just I always look at random idea for eventual expansions would eventually include some sort of mortar unit. And I vaguely remember there being a mortar Sicarii, it has the wheels of the car in with the mortar tank, and I was like, hey, think it's 72. Give me a second, I'll just pull down the index. Yes, Nemesis Sporter, 72-inch range, strength 5, AP 5, heavy 1, rending 5 plus, sniper and pinning. Yeah, Admech are kind of like a mid-range horde army in mid-range horde if you go for like Admech and 40k are kind of like a mid-range partial horde army because of their because like if you go for a bunch of robots, you'd obviously have a lot less for the same amount of points. It's more Skatari which inflate the amount. I mean, it is a sniper rifle, the Nemesis Bolter. Yeah, Sniper Squad obviously sits somewhere in the back, snipe off some characters, pin enemy units where they stand to halt their advance. Yeah, so as I was saying, the like having a second opinion is great. I may eventually put it up on the Horus Heresy subreddit, or either the Horus Heresy or the just general Warhammer one. Yeah, it should be like snipers obviously great for HQ sniping. Also good. Well, they're good for sniping characters in general, like whether it's HQs, apothecaries, similar. They shouldn't have to move around too much. Like vantage points somewhere high up in deployment zone, most likely. But as they have infiltrate, I can technically put them anywhere. Yeah. You say it almost sounds like a 40k Raven Guard list, but like half the army is like 3 tanks. Because it's like 480 points for the 3 Predators. And Alpha Legion, obviously, are also partially with the sneaking around sniper stuff because, A, they are kind of jack of all trades. They can do anything, fit anywhere. And B, well, they are known for sneaking around. Yeah. So as I was saying, so eventually when I take it to 2,000 points, like I'm thinking of including what the Sicarian mortar variant. Suppose so. So I was thinking the Sicarian mortar variant. So I was basically looking up like people's opinion. I looked up people's opinion on it, and then like second thing was someone going like, oh yeah, I want to bring a bunch of Sicarians, but don't know whether it'll do good against someone I play with who uses a lot of las stuff. And like most of the comments on it was like, oh, they use lots of las, they're no fun. That means they're no fun to play with. You just should ignore them, just forget about them, type stuff. Not using the Exodus, just using a regular Legion Vigilator. I may maybe eventually include the Exodus, but for at least the initial bit, I want to have like none of the already named characters. Uh, like basically, I can say, oh, this is my own like little battle group. This is my own fleet or whatever, like this own expedition group or something similar, and have it go along and do a certain thing for however long. Eventually, yes, I may include the Exodus, put him with another 5-man sniper squad, which technically speaking, I could take up those sniper squads to 10-man. It is, I think 5-man would work just fine by itself. Like, if you have like 6 including like character leader that you would add in addition if you wanted to, like the Legion Vigilator, which I have for my current, which I will be getting for what I'll eventually get for a 5-man squad. It's like 5 to 6 precision shots that, you know, really likely to hit, really likely to wound, well, relatively likely to wound, and then has the chance to just stop the unit in its tracks as the sergeant and banner bearer or whatever else is important just dies, just blown back across the battlefield. Yes, I am aware that with the Alpha Legion, like, sure, they may be labeled them, but is it really them? But yeah, like eventually may get the Exodus. I am probably going to get Alpharius at some point. Like if you're getting anything 30k, like if you're building out elite, like you will probably be getting a Primarch within the first couple of 1,000 points. Yeah. I mean, so the footprint of the army, it'll be 10, 15, 16, 17. It'll be only 20 models for 1,000 points, which, I mean, not too bad, all things considered. Roughly even. Yeah. The one issue, like, half the stuff's out of stock online in my country, and it's like $900 or something. So it's something I'll obviously have to save towards. Solo Auxiliary. The Imperial Guard of 30k. Horde, except when you have tanks. So I am also technically having knight, like the Questoris Knights as an army, because I collect with 40k. I collect Chaos Knights. But currently all the knights I have are just it's the knights that also have the Imperial version, so the War Dog, Executioner, and yeah, loving the look, decent excuse to get an army. Yeah, so my Chaos Knights is the Knight Tyrant, which is just the Questoris stuff, which instead of being in like 5 different data sheets of different weapon combinations, just all in one, you take whatever weapons you want, which is, don't know why for Chaos Knights it's so simple like that, yet with Imperial Knights it's like, oh yeah, we have all these different data sheets. Also recently got a Knight Tyrant, need to get a new brush to do some finishing bits, like just need to do one of his gun arms, and then the rest of the list is my Chaos Knights is Water Executioners, which are the ones with the 2 auto cannons, and because it's like the Imperial Knight stuff, it does still go on over to like I could still use it in 30k as Questoris Knights, which I am doing. Like I got the Mechanicum, which I will be doing. Like I got the Mechanicum rulebook. Haven't worked out how much point value I have in 30k not, but in 30k equivalent to the knights. But yeah. So obviously, if you're going to go for an army, go for one that you can use in both, like multiple Warhammers. It works really well. Like Demons of Chaos, you can use it in 40k, and Age of Sigmar. Knights, you can use it in 40k and 30k. Yeah. Like I already had the Knights. Like it'll just get another rulebook, and then I can use it in 30k as well. Like no big deal. Yeah, Custodes decent choice, and honestly, I don't spend much time just looking through the rule. Like I don't have a code, the index that has the Custodes in them. I just have the Index Hereticus, or whatever the trader one is called, and the Index Mechanicum, for which has Mechanicum stuff, which a lot of robots. Like, I mean, obviously makes sense, Mechanicum, but it's a lot of different robots. Instead of like with 40k, where it's cyborgs and then the Castellans, which is like the only actual robots. 30k, there's like the prototype Castellans, and there's these things called Thematico, which are basically even bigger versions of them, which just have a giant mortar attached, and a bunch of other stuff. And then obviously the Skitarii hordes. Thing with the Knights, so Titans, they obviously have their own specific thing for Titans, and they also have a bunch of Skitarii, like special Skitarii rules for the Skitarii that go in Titans. Yeah, Legio Cybernetica, not great thing. Honestly, if I was to get into Mechanicum proper instead of just going for the book to get the knights, I might lean towards a Legio Cybernetica focus, because it's cool. But then again, also going for Skitarii, not too bad itself. Like, well, sure, the Skitarii may not be able to hold up to like Space Marines in a fight, but it's still like lots and lots of bodies you can put on objectives or in just blocking things out the way. Like, and if they take out most of them, like if you have a single Skitarii in a unit left, just hide them in a corner, and oh look, suddenly that entire, like, for example, in I think it's War of Lies, the mission that you score based on actual thirds of the battlefield instead of objectives, then using a single, like a one man unit of Skitarii, hide it somewhere, and oh look, that entire battle, like that entire third is either in your control or contested. But yeah, so main two armies going to be as like I'm going to plan out a bunch of Alpha Legion armies. Cool. How did that go? In 40k, I have, like, the armies I have, Chaos Knights, as I mentioned. I have a custom Space Marine chapter, which I'm slowly working on, like a couple of thousand points. Well, 1,500, 2,000 points at this point. I have Necrons and Death Guard. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. So yeah, I have Necrons, which I haven't really expanded too much. Death Guard, which is a slow expansion, which I mean makes sense. Death Guard are not exactly the fastest in the universe. Let's have a little bit of a Sisters Force that I'm working on. Again, a lot of this stuff is being bottlenecked by the fact that I don't really have a small brush anymore. Cool. So actually today, but it's like 3 in the morning. Today I'm gonna head out and get a new brush with a bit of a thicker head because I don't like. I need a little bit of a thick. Like I kind of have a small layer as my smallest. But it's gotten even smaller because all the bristles have kind of went into one really thin bristle. So I need a like either regular small layer or something slightly larger than a small layer brush. Because almost nothing gets onto the small layer in its current state, and you can't really control it at all because it's like the very handful of bristles just does not work. But yeah, probably also gonna go watch a movie while I'm out. If maybe tarot. Yeah. I'll also have a look and see if there's anything I could possibly order in. Like order in regards to a planned Alpha Legion list. Like I may have the money to. Well, could go for one of the Predators already, but issue with that is I would also need to get the transfer sheet, which issuing it on its own, like issue of its own transfer sheet is one of the things that's currently out of stock on the store, which a little bit of a pain, but obviously transfer sheet not something I need to get straight away. Alpha Legion Praetor is currently out of stock, but I need to get Alpha Legion Praetor and the Cataphractii upgrade kit, but the Cataphractii upgrade kit is the only thing that comes with the stuff to make a combi bolter. Nothing else does. Yeah, like I haven't really been checking through eBay. Like I have ordered in a scatter die, and like I bought a scatter die and and some blast templates off of eBay. Should come in like a week. Yeah. There may be the blast, like there may be the transfer sheet on eBay, but there's also the likelihood that it's not going to be there, and there's just going to be the extremely like like there's going to be scalped versions, like really really expensive ones. Like I had a quick look Alpha Legion dice, and it's like twice the price that like twice 3 times the price that Games Workshop would charge, which is definitely when you have a look and go, like if you're gonna willingly making like trying to sell something more expensive than a company that is known for having really upmarked prices does, that's kind of a concern. Like, and even by a significant margin as well. I mean, it's like the people who are trying to sell the Lion, Son of the Forest for like $1.5 grand or something. Luckily, I just pre-ordered the pre-ordered on a site. So then like when the stuff came out, when the next batch of Son of the Forest was printed like a year later, I got a copy like shortly after there. Really enjoyed the book. Thought it was great. Like and it's funny that people are going, yeah, scalpers really are the worst. It's funny reading this, like going when you read this Lion, Son of the Forest, because people like and reading some of the reviews, because people complain like, oh, the Lion's changed, like he's not the same guy he was back in 30k. Yes, it's been 10,000 years. He like many of his sons has died partially because of his own fault. He feels like he's failed everyone he really like. He feels like he's failed his father in the Imperium. Like he really doesn't want to fail his sons. Like, which he has failed a bunch of them already. Like he's really trying his best to change and be a better person, and people just aren't happy about that, which is really hilarious to think about. But yeah, it is really a great book. So yeah, Alpha Legion Praetor is out of stock. The Vigilator is out of stock, but if I want to get the Vigilator, I'll probably also need to get the Alpha Legion transfers. Sorry, not the Alpha Legion transfers, the Alpha Legion shoulder pad. Well, actually, maybe the Alpha Legion. Either Alpha Legion transfers or the Alpha Legion. Either the Alpha Legion. It's either the Alpha Legion transfer or the Alpha Legion shoulder pads. I also need to get the Alpha Legion shoulder pads if I want to get really most of the infantry, because and also the Alpha Legion helmets for the scout squad, well, for the reconnaissance squad and the tactical squad. So yeah, basically it's a either way. Going for Chaos Space Marines in 10th would be interesting, but going for another army in a in a game that I already have like 5 that really need some attention, like really need some more attention and some expansion is really iffy. Like going for a 30k army, like that's fine, because like I have like I have Chaos Knight, like it's just using my Chaos Knights again so far, and I really need an actual like 30k force, which is why part of the reason I am going for 30k. So yeah, I will Yeah. So if I was to go for any of the infantry, it's really like going for the infantry with my Alpha Legion force. I need the shoulder pads and the helmet. Suppose I want to go for the unique stuff. If I go for, except for the Praetor, which I just need to get the Cataphractii upgrade kit because he has a power sword of his own. Which fine. I just need to get the combi grenade launcher, which, as I mentioned, you can only get through the Cataphractii upgrade kit, which is kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. So going with that, then with the tanks, like, can go for the tanks just fine. It's just the transfers for the. Yeah, thing is that out they would do the like a other thing for the Great Crusade, like the Great Crusade. More like whenever you hear it, it's more seems to be designed as a build up for the Horus Heresy, like, and it's really with the Great Crusade, like apart from like Orcs and Eldar, every other faction it would be like one off because that's it's like they're for the specific world or the specific system, and the Imperium comes along and just wipes them out relatively easily. Like the closest to the Great Crusade era that we have is the Horus Heresy. I mean, remember, it's Great Crusade and then immediately Horus Heresy. Like, when some people believe the heresy has started, like others will believe is still the Great Crusade, like in law and, let's face it, probably both in the real world. Like, we don't know when some people consider the. It depends on when you consider the Horus Heresy to actually start. Like, if we consider it to be. If we consider the start of the Horus Heresy to be when Lorgar turned to Chaos, which is like when he was punished at Monarchia, which is ultimately when he turned to Chaos, which is ultimately what brought others to Chaos, and then Horus Heresy to actually happen. Like, for most of the legions, like for all of them, that was the Great Crusade. If we go by what is one of the more common indicated starting points of the heresy, we go for Isfahan, then like Isfahan 3, like Isfahan 5. First heretic, that would have been punishing at Monarchia, wasn't it? Punishment of Monarchia, which then meant the word bearers went, hey, like, which Chaos went, hey, you want to worship something? We exist. And the word bearers went, okay, let's go. Of course, well, most of the word bearers, obviously some word bearers would have been in a fleet far away. Some word bearers turned back to worshipping the Emperor eventually, mainly talking about the Anchorite there. Yeah. So, personally, I am, well, you between Punishment of Monarchia and Isfahan can be counted as both actual heresy and build up to heresy. Like, we cannot ignore that when we count as the heresy, because that is when a lot of the legions that became heretics fell to the heresy, like fell to Chaos, turned on the Emperor, agreed to join Horus, etc. So yeah. I thank you for joining me. I am going to call it here. Really need to get some sleep. Well, here's the thing. I don't feel tired. I really need sleep. I don't feel tired at all. I really should try to get some sleep. If not, I'll just probably lie down for a while. But yeah, gonna call it here. Thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Yeah. See you if maybe I'll see you in next stream. Maybe not.